What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille, and I'm just coming to you guys with an update about Gennady Golovkin. Triple G has set, it's rumored that he will sign a deal with DAZN. Now, the DAZN deal was rumored first at $20 million for 2 fights. Now, it is seeming to be somewhere in the range of 42 to 45 million. And I don't know how many fights this is for, but, this is big. This also shows you that DAZN has a lot of money. If they were able to give $365 million to Canelo Alvarez, and of course, where everyone's sleeping on Mikey Garcia. Because remember, they offered Mikey Garcia a 5-fight deal for X amount of dollars, millions of dollars, multi-million-dollar deal with Mikey Garcia. And of course, he's fighting on the PBC with fighting Errol Spence soon. So I'm thinking that he's trying to see what he can do with that. If he can beat him, he knows that the DAZN deal goes way up in the number. Okay, so it's one of those situations where the DAZN has the money. And I'm going to say this. The type of money the DAZN have, they have that type of Netflix money. Almost. It's another streaming site. And I don't know if you guys have seen DAZN lately. If you guys haven't subscribed to DAZN. Look. DAZN has what you call a boxing vault. Okay, damn near all those fights that you've seen on HBO, Go, a lot of them from Showtime, they have those. They bought the rights to all those damn fights. I just saw Canelo Lara on DAZN, the whole fight. They have many. They have Oscar De La Hoya fights, Canelo Alvarez fights, Anthony Joshua fights. They have legendary fights on DAZN, which they call the DAZN Vault. Okay, and it's a series of these fights, a catalog of these old fights that you can just take a look at and watch all over again in HD. Man, that's awesome. So if Gennady Golovkin signs with them, they will buy those copyright, that they will buy their licensing to play his fights on DAZN too. And I think that's one of the stipulations. Like when you sign with DAZN, you're able to watch your catalog of fights. And HBO shouldn't be too bad anyway, because they don't really have boxing no more. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, these particular fights are on DAZN. So that's something that really surprised me about that platform. I was really surprised to see that, because I was looking for, I always used to go to ESPN Classic, and, and they play stuff, but I mean, it's what they play on their network, not what you choose like a catalog to watch a certain fight. You know what I mean? A certain fight that you wanted to watch. Man, I wanted to see, Floyd Mayweather and Diego Corrales, stuff like that, for an example. I'm not saying it's on there, but, you can do that when, like, a Canelo fight. Like, hey, let me see this Canelo fight. Oh, I remember that fight when he fought Austin Trout. You know what I'm saying? That type of fights, So it's definitely worth getting for $9.99. You know what I mean? And if he chooses that route, that looks like he's going to go that route, you can watch Gennady Golovkin on DAZN, and there'll be another powerhouse fighter that DAZN has swooped up. Okay, Anthony Joshua, Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin, and they're going to get more and more. And I don't see why people want to hate on it. It is what it is. Okay, everything can't be PBC, but the day PBC has a streaming app, okay, it's time to support it, because you're supporting boxing, not a fucking network. Okay, the network is only the tool to show boxing. It's the love of the sport that you should be worried about, not the networks. So a little food for thought for you guys. But Triple G, as of now, is supposed to sign a deal of $40+ million. I think it's 42 though, but that's big for the sport of boxing, and that'll be something good to solidify his career. You know what I mean? Especially his last chapter of his career. and that looks good for him in this point of his life. And, you know, win, lose, or draw, he's got that one loss, but, you know, he earned that loss. Let's say that, right? Because that particular guy can fight, and people know what he's worth. You know, I would love to see him in there with someone else besides Canelo, though, honestly. Jacobs, too, would be a good match. It was a pretty good fight. But, you know, I'm proud of Golovkin if he does take that chance, that dive, because it's more middleweights. You know, and honestly, he would be stupid to take the PBC side because there's not enough middleweights there. Okay, there's not another, especially ESPN. There's nobody to fight over there on any of those platforms. So anyway, just keeping you guys informed. You guys tell me what you think about the multi-million-dollar deal that is up for grabs for Golovkin. Of course, please subscribe, guys. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.